What has the pandemic taught you?
Well, the pandemic taught us that we needed to be near our family without a closed border. And that's the reason why we moved, to be closer to our children, and how important that was. Even if the pandemic gets better in 5 years, 10 years, what's the guarantee that the border is not going to close? So, because of that, we moved to Arizona from Alberta just 6 months ago.
To be resilient, I work in healthcare, so it's taught me to care for people, to reach out to people.
The pandemic has taught me that I think people are deprived of human connection during that time. So I think it's very important that people are social, to a safe degree, obviously. But yeah, I think people need human connection.
That we need, well, that some people don't care about taking care of others, and that we need to cling to the policies and people who do care about, greater community and greater public health. And that systems are fragile. So healthcare, education, financial systems, we're not as secure as we think, and we need to do a better job of taking care of everyone.
Honestly, how to get out and small talk more. I used to be a homebody before the pandemic, thought it was cool. Everybody's living my lifestyle, and being a mole person isn't good for anybody. So, yeah, the biggest thing is taught me how to go and say hi to anybody walking down the street, really.
If I had to say, just be together when you can. Family matters. In times like that, it's important to be together with people you love.
Yeah. I like that answer. Travel while you can. Do it when there's a reason to. Do it when you can. Explore the world. Stuff like that, yeah.
I think it's taught us that there's a lot of cracks in our system with regards to how the government responds to things. In terms of especially our medical system, there's not enough support for our healthcare workers, and there's not enough sort of support from top levels of healthcare systems to help manage these sort of emergencies, pandemic emergencies. So it makes me worried about things in the future.
Resiliency for sure. I have a child that plays a high level of hockey, and everything shut down for him, and he had to move to online learning. And I have a husband who's a teacher, and so when the pandemic hit, we were all stuck at the kitchen table working and trying to coexist and be at home with each other. So I would honestly say resiliency.
That we are a polarized society. More so than I ever thought we would be, in terms of our philosophies and our belief structure and our faith in society.
A whole bunch. I think an important aspect of all of this has been the power of misinformation, right? There's a saying, popular saying that a lie has made its way halfway across the world when the truth is still getting its boots on. And I think that was the case in the pandemic. A lot of misinformation, a lot of people very quickly confused about, what the do's and don'ts were, what was good to do and what wasn't. I think that was tragic.
It taught me to be more positive about life, because it shows that we have only one life to live, and to respect other people also on their decisions. And for me, it changed my life so much.
Yeah, both patience and impatience, I think.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things have changed, but I understand why they have, and I know that it's necessary, but also I'm a student, so I get really impatient with the school and the way they handle things, because they don't have a very good outlook on it, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's very much changed the way that it's taught me that it's okay for me to kind of adapt to new environments. I think of myself as a person who relies on schedules and things, so I very much had to reevaluate. So it's made me definitely more patient, I think. You're right.
The pandemic has taught me to focus on the day and perhaps not the year ahead. Things change very quickly, and I think we took a lot of things for granted. before the pandemic that we no longer can take for granted?
To not look too far ahead, I think, is what the pandemic's taught us, right? It's been really different. Everybody got through a lot of curveballs, so just had to kind of roll with the punches and try to figure out, day to day what was best for you and your family. So I guess, yeah, not to look ahead and just to, kind of be in the moment.
The pandemic has taught me the importance of like human connection and that it's a lot different online versus in person. We're both university students, so we just did our first 2 years practically all online. So we're really excited to get back in person.
I think it has taught me that material stuff means absolutely nothing if we can't have our community support and be socializing with people. So I think it taught me that you don't really need to have a lot of stuff as long as you can have a healthy community and be with your family and your friends and your group. I think that's the most important thing.